Hello and welcome to How to Deal When the Shit Gets Real podcast. I'm Rietta.
And I'm Connie, and today we're here with our bonus episode.
Woo! Our fun little side episodes. Sorry we missed y'all for 2 weeks. I was unable to do anything except lay in my bed, kind of dying. So we're back.
And then my family was going through pretty much the same thing, so here we are.
Yeah, the sickness this year has been real.
Yeah, I have a school teacher living next door, and she said in one day 60 kids were out sick with the flu and strep. One day. And like
That's
these
a
are
lot.
small, and these are smaller town schools. And I think it was middle school, I think she teaches. I can't remember. It doesn't really matter. 60 kids is still a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. Jackson was sick too, so he was out for the entire week, and then now this week he's on spring break, so he kind of lucked out. He got
He really
2
did.
weeks to do
Well,
whatever he wanted.
Well, except for 1 week is you're sick and you feel like crap, so that's not
Yeah.
any fun.
No, it's not.
And it's
But,
not like he's pretending. You know what I mean? Because he can only pretend for so long. Trust
No,
me,
he definitely
I
was
tried.
not pretending. He definitely was not pretending. We both had the cough and all the fun things.
Mhm.
I have not had a chest cold or upper respiratory infection, whatever you prefer to call it, in a really long time. So that was fun.
Yep. I know, and we all pretty much had strep, I think. We didn't really go to the doctor about it because I was like, it's a cold. It's fine.
Yeah, we didn't go to the doctor either. I usually don't go unless like a fever hangs on. Yeah, like the fever hangs on or something crazy is happening. Because it's just not really worth the trip. Most of the time they can't give you medicine anyway.
Yeah. They're gonna just tell you, like, take your NyQuil, go to sleep. Here's a nice pack. Just kidding. That's what all the school nurses do. Oh, bloody nose, here's a nice pack. Because I always had bloody noses, and so it was like, here's a nice pack. I'm like, you guys aren't gonna help me. They try to tell me to go to the ER actually because I had a bloody nose, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna go to the ER for a bloody nose. You're ridiculous. They wanted to call the ambulance. I'm like, pretty sure my parents would kill me if they found out that I went to the emergency room in an ambulance for a bloody nose.
Yeah, that's a little much. That's like the military. Anytime anything's wrong with them, it's just take ibuprofen. Ibuprofen is the solution to everything.
Yes, it is.
So there's funny. That too. And I did take a lot of ibuprofen.
I was taking a lot of. I really like this Tylenol cold and flu stuff because it's non-drowsy and it doesn't make me want to go to sleep. And like even if I take a Dayquil will make me feel like I'm high. Because I'm that sensitive. Yeah, and it'll be like one, like they give you those 2 giant like Dayquil or NyQuil pills. I will take one and I will feel high.
That's weird.
Because I'm special.
Yeah.
It's only okay if I'm actually going to sleep, then it's fine.
Yeah, my mom is like that with like Benadryl, and like most people get pretty calm on Benadryl, and she gets all like hyped up. So, Lord only knows.
Yeah, really.
But anyway,
I have to be the special one. It's fine.
It's all right. My mom and Steve, you guys are in it together. But what about this crazy warm weather that we are having? It's kind of wild. It's 74 today, and it's only March 13th, which is kind of crazy. I heard you guys were that warm yesterday too.
No, we were only in the 60s. Not nearly that warm. 70s, I'd be like, whoa. 60s, I feel like is pretty normal.
I feel like that's pretty warm for February, March, especially for Chicagoland area.
I think the one week that was weirder was like early February. There was like a couple of days where we had 70s weather. Like March, I feel like, okay, it's going to be like randomly 60 and then go down to like 30 and 20. You know what I mean? Like March is pretty normal. The one when it was in February, that one I was like, this is strange.
Yeah.
How was it 70?
We've gotten some of our biggest snowstorms in March, so it's always weird when it's like warm anytime before then.
Yeah, and in May, because apparently I had my wedding and it was like the only nice weekend in May, and it freaking snowed the weekend after my wedding in
Mm-hmm.
2018. I was like, welcome to Chicago. I mean, I wasn't there. My mom was just telling me that, like, out of all of the weekends in May, I picked the nicest weekend because every
Well, there you
other
go.
weekend was complete crap. And I was like, well, okay then.
Well, there you go.
So even in May, you get weird ass weather here, at least here in
Uh,
the Midwest.
Yeah, that's why it's
And
super
next week
weird.
it'll snow, you know?
Mhm.
Odd.
It is supposed to drop down again next week, so not surprising there. Today also would have been our grandma and grandpa's anniversary today, so happy
Oh,
heavenly anniversary to our grandma and grandpa.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
But
March
I
13th.
never, well, I never had like anniversary. I've always had birthdays marked down in my calendars, but not anniversaries. Normally, my mom's the one that would always remind me of anniversaries.
Yeah, I had everything saved in my phone until my phone decided to delete everything, but I still remember certain ones.
Yeah, I suck at dates. It's fine. Oh, well, especially when you have seven, when our grandparents had seven kids. So we each have like six aunts and uncles, except for now some of them have passed, but still,
Yeah, it's still a lot.
yes. Theo is playing with the door hinges and I can hear it from upstairs. Like the little door stopper, the boing. I'm like, oh
Hmm.
my God.
Yep, anything for entertainment.
And any tips on getting a toddler to stay in bed and go to sleep, I'll take all comments over here, especially for nap time.
Yeah, so that was one thing I never struggled with Jackson. Like, even with my mom and dad, like in the motorhome when they would babysit him, there was like a pocket door that closed off like their back little bedroom. And my mom would just put him on the bed and slide the pocket door closed and he would just go to sleep.
I just think he's too young to be out of the crib. And like he doesn't connect the dots of like staying in bed because he's not even two. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's why I was hoping that we would be pushing this off until like almost three and he'd have more of a concept of going to bed, laying down, going to sleep. But since I always put him to bed and he would just go to sleep and it was fine, but there was also nowhere he could go. So he would have to stay in the bed and like find quote unquote a comfortable spot and just go to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Versus now you have a whole room to explore. He's like, this is fun. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, I think if I remember right, I did it with Jackson like right at 2, but he was ready. But like I said, I never had problems with him before. Like my
Oh,
parents did
I've
that with
never
them
had.
with him in the motorhome, even when he was really little. Like, and he could get down. Like there wasn't a ton of room in there, but he definitely could have like gotten down and opened the door if he wanted to. He just
See,
wasn't that
I've
kid.
I never had a problem with him sleeping. He's always been a great sleeper. I'm lucky. My two other friends have a lot more issues. One doesn't take naps and she's just turned one, and the other one can on occasion wakes up like a newborn at night. And so in comparison, I don't have any of those problems. So I guess I should just take it and be like, okay, this is fine. It's just
Yeah.
getting used to the new situation, and then now he doesn't have pacifiers anymore. So and that's the thing that always helped him go to sleep, and, like, half of me is like, "You should just bring back the pacifier, it's fine," but it's like, "Nope, I don't wanna deal with that." I can't like, it's like pick your evil, I'd rather him just not wanna sleep and eventually go to bed versus giving him a pacifier, and then I have to deal with how do you take it away when that's how he gets to sleep.
Yeah, you're better off just like I said, just closing the door. And even if he does walk around and explore for a while, it's fine. There's nothing in there that he can hurt himself on, and eventually he'll go to sleep.
He'll go to bed and he'll just have to get used to it.
Hmm.
Yeah, actually,
And he will.
he's sitting down on his bed now, looking at
Yep,
something. I don't know what, but he's looking at something. Kids.
he'll figure it out. They're smarter than we think most of the time.
Yeah, it was just the first few nights I like couldn't let him do that because he was just screaming bloody murder and bashing his head. He was acting like I have murdered him or something. I don't know, but I closed the door and he freaked out. He was like, oh,
Yeah, they're very
hell
dramatic
no.
sometimes.
Oh my God. Well, and I'm kind of dramatic and Tom is kind of dramatic, so yay. I have a double dose of dramatic in my child.
Yep, and stubborn.
Oh yeah. It's fine. Everything's fine. It could be
Yep.
worse. Because as long as you sleep through the night, like during the day, you can deal with it. You know what I mean? At night's
Yeah.
the big one because you're trying to sleep.
Yep.
So
Yep. And he'll, like I said, he'll get used to it. He'll figure it out. He'll realize, oh, okay, this is bedtime.
maybe one day. Okay.
All you can hope for, right?
Yep. I still think it's funny. So they had the Oscars or whatever, and the only thing that I keep on seeing is the Arnold Schwarzenegger and what's his name, Danny DeVito, and like
Mm-hmm.
nobody my age gets that they were in like a movie together. I was like, oh my God, you guys are serious right now?
Yeah, they were all Batman because they got Michael Keaton involved too, and he was Batman.
Yes. Well, no, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was thinking about their like the twins movie because
Mm-hmm.
people
That
were
too.
talking about how they were in twins and like I was seeing about people like be like, what? No. And we're
Mm-hmm.
like, yeah, it wasn't just the Batman thing,
Mm-hmm.
but I did like the
Yeah,
Batman aspect.
we've reached that generation where most people don't. I mean, most people don't even know that Michael Keaton was Batman
Batman. Oh my God. What a sad, sad world we are living in.
and Beetlejuice.
Oh, yes. Well, Beetlejuice is coming back though.
It is. Is Michael Keaton gonna play him though again?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome then. I like Michael Keaton.
Because otherwise it's dumb. Like I wouldn't even bother watching it. Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
Like
that's
it's
like
not really Beetlejuice if it's not Michael Keaton.
oh
Yeah, no,
yeah,
they
for
even
sure.
have what is her name? Who played the daughter in the original? She's coming back.
Oh, Winona Ryder.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Yeah.
she's going back. So yeah, like they're bringing like most of the original. Like that's the only kind of like number two that I like want to see that I have any interest in is if you're bringing
Mhm.
back original cast, cool. If you're like trying to do a whole new thing and then call it number two, I don't care
Not so much.
because
Yeah.
it's not number two then. It's all different actors. You can't say that that's the second.
Yeah, it's not a second one. Yeah, absolutely. I was just
Then
happy
just
to see that.
name it something else.
Yeah, name it something else. I was just happy to see Oppenheimer cleaned up because it was a very good movie. So that was very nice to see.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I kind of figured because I mean everybody was going nuts over that movie and Barbie.
Mhm. Yep. And Barbie only won one award.
Wow. I didn't watch the whole thing. I just saw like random clips on TikTok or whatever.
Yeah, the other big movie was Poor Things.
Oh yeah, that one's on Hulu now.
Yeah, and poor Emma Stone was so cute. She was up there like, "Don't look at the back of my dress; it's broke." And then she's like going in, she's like having this like panic attack, or like breakdown while she's trying to thank everybody. It was super cute. She's adorable.
Oh, that is funny.
She's
And
like,
now
"I'm
he's
panicking," obviously, which is just very normal for me. But anyway,
relatable, right?
yeah, she's adorable.
Absolutely. And what's coming up now? Oh, Easter is super early this year. Easter's coming up real quick.
Yeah, the 31st.
And like on Valentine's Day this year was Ash Wednesday. So there were like some really weird jokes about like the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. My friend made a joke about it. I was like, it's real weird.
Yeah, it's weird that it's in March, that it's so early this year. I'm gonna have to make a lamb cake for grandma and cut off the
Yeah.
head and eat it.
Yeah, mom's gonna make it this year. Because normally I make it, and she said she wanted to, and I'm like, whatever, man. You do
Yeah.
you, mom.
Just make sure you get all the crevices so it doesn't stick.
God, yeah. Seriously. Though I bet you there's some like way easier molds out there now that are like silicone that you could just pop out.
Probably. They make a lot of cool modes now.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
That's one of the things I love about like the Great British Baking Show. You can see all these like different things that they use and like how effective it is. And I'm like, this is awesome. I want to make that.
Well, that and like how many different like they have all like these different names for things. I was like, I would have just thought that that was like a little pastry, and you guys are calling it, I don't even know, but okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Well,
You
some
have
of
all
it's
these pretty names for all these desserts, and it's like I would have just called
yeah.
that cake.
Well, yeah, because some of it's French and some of it's British,
Yeah.
and when it's a pâtissier, yeah,
Yes.
that's where it comes from.
Oh yeah.
Apparently,
My
my grandma Vic's mother was a pâtissier or whatever,
oh,
so she
fancy.
was a very good, fancy baker.
Very fancy.
Yeah, I'm like, oh well, I don't know if I can live up to that.
You just do the best that you can. That's what you do with everything in life, especially kids. For me right
Yep,
now, that's my life is like, okay, we're just doing what we're doing.
yep, that's all you can do. I mean, I feel like the same with work. I just do the best I can, and either people are happy or they're not.
Oh God, yeah. And you can't really take it personally
No,
because people are just people. It's fine.
especially
Everything's fine.
not
Well,
at work because
yeah.
there's no sense in getting emotionally invested at work.
Yeah, and some people, it's just like for the people that I work with, sometimes it's just their personality, and it's the
Hmm.
personality that's like makes me want to choke somebody. And it's like you can't get mad. It's like literally who they are, and
Hmm.
you just have to realize it and move on.
Yep, exactly. And you're also not going to get along with everybody either. So you just kind of make
Grin
it
and
the best you can. And
grin and bear it, as they say.
hmm
And this is how to deal when shit gets real. We'll see you all next episode.